Have you ever felt like you just want to give up on all of your hopes and dreams because everything you do is so hard and it feels impossible? Well, if so, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Joy, and I recently left my software engineering job to pursue my entrepreneurial dreams full-time. Lately, I've been struggling with motivational issues, and in this video, I decided to address it. So hopefully, if you're in a similar boat, this video inspires you in one way or another. And as always, from my heart to your screen, love, Joy. Hello friends, welcome back to Joyful Encounters. My name is Joy and I'm a 20-something who just left my corporate job in New York City to pursue her entrepreneurial dreams, and today's video is going to be about how to stay motivated even when you feel like you want to give up, which is sort of ironic because I've been in kind of an emotional rut lately. Today was really hard for me to get out of bed. I've just been feeling very demotivated for the last 24 hours. Maybe I also need this video, so hopefully this video helps not just you but me as well. Today I'm taking you to the Noguchi Museum, which is a museum in Queens. I've never been before. I heard it's really cute, so I'm excited to take you outside and film there. It's also spring. I think the first day of spring. It's like 15 degrees and I can finally get out and I don't know if you can see my fit yet, but it's a cute shirt. It's a cute skirt and I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm gonna put on a bit of makeup. Hopefully it will make me feel better and take you around. Easy. Trying to find an entrance. Sometimes, you know, it's not a bad life, it's just a bad day. I'm a little more self-conscious than usual because turns out it's a tiny museum and there's not a lot of people. And somehow I feel a bit more comfortable filming when there's a crowd just because I think there's a sense of anonymity there versus here. It feels a little more personal, but it's okay, we're here, so we're gonna do it. I did bring my journal as usual, and I also have basically a piece of paper because I reflected and asked myself what are the things I do to stay motivated or to try and be more motivated when I feel wanting to give up. And I think there's I want to say 3 parts to it: systems, mindsets, and questions. So there's a video by a creator I admire, who talks about how you should set systems. Basically it's a routine or things you should be doing regardless of the day in order to set you up for success. And for me it is bias to action and just taking a step. I find that whenever I'm feeling demotivated or when I'm feeling super anxious or stressed out, it's because I'm overthinking and I'm in my head a lot more than I should be. Whenever I take action, whether it's just going to the gym or going outside, it's a chance for me to get out of my head. And bias to action really helps you get closer to your goals and also help you get out of your head, because I find that the most dangerous thing is to be stuck in these webs of overthinking and catastrophizing and just worrying about the worst case scenario. For systems, I set regular breaks on my calendar every day for an hour now. I have an hour break where I just don't do anything, no TikTok, no Instagram, no YouTube. Just sit in silence, because that's a way for me to disconnect. I find that sometimes when we're demotivated, it's also because we have not been taking enough breaks. And the third thing is to be on a streak, or try to be on a streak. Ultimately, achieving your goals or staying motivated is about staying consistent and persevering. I mentioned this in a lot of my previous videos, but it really helps to have a streak, because if you have a streak, somehow motivates you to keep going, just because we subconsciously we love streaks. Try to maintain a streak. I think planning it ahead, having a system where you time block things helps you, so you don't spend every day trying to figure out what to do. So you just have to fight for that motivation and not just fight for structure. So that's my spiel on systems, and let's go to a different corner of this museum to talk about mindset and questions. Okay, we're in a separate room inside the Noguchi Museum, and it's really quiet, and I'm kind of scared and nervous because I think when someone sees me filming here, it's literally just me. But okay, so this segment is called Mindset Shifts that help me stay motivated or push through whenever things get hard or whenever I feel like giving up, right now. Okay, so these are the 4 mindset shifts that really help me persevere through whenever I am having a really bad time. The first is the idea that your feelings are valid, but they are not facts and they will not determine the rest of your life. So what I mean by that is you should not take the fact that the feeling that you're demotivated or that you're tired or that you're burned out as an indicator that you're a failure, because sometimes when you're in deep in those feelings, it can feel that way. And for those reasons, you should never make decisions based off just how you feel, because sometimes that feeling comes and go, and feeling demotivated, feeling like you're bad at it, and feeling like everything's just horrible, which is like how I feel in this current moment, will eventually pass. And it's part of the process of doing something, pursuing your life goals, and just living your life. The second mindset habit that I feel like really helped me is realizing that like life is genuinely truly what you choose to make out of it, that everything is transient and bad circumstances are hardly ever forever. When you give up, it's sort of like when the story concludes. So right now, like trying to become an entrepreneur, it's going to be a long, lengthy journey. But if I give up now, or if I give up a few months or years down the line, then that's when that result becomes final. Realizing that failure and setbacks are transient and also part of life really helped me, and to take action despite how I feel. The third one is a quote that I think really blew my mind when I like discovered it, which was like, you are the CEO of your own life, which means you're responsible for every decision, and you cannot choose what happens to you, but you can choose how to react and how to decide. If you see life from an angle of things constantly happening to you versus you're able to like be the driver of your own life, is when that perspective change, and when you realize that no, this demotivation is temporary and you'll be able to figure it out eventually. Of course, like everyone's circumstances are different. Some people have reasons why they can't. Obviously, it's not in any way a reflection of like your self-worth or their self-worth, but I think realizing that you have decision and you're able to make changes to your own life is an incredibly powerful mindset. When you want to give up on something, ask yourself, how would you feel about what could have been? I feel like what scares me more than like trying and not being able to do things is not trying and realizing that I wish I had tried, or I see someone else try and succeed. I think for me that's far scarier, which is seeing someone else live out my dream because they're able to like persevere, or they're able to like stay motivated. I think that fear, as bad as it sounds, also drives me. Okay, I'm back outdoors and I'm gonna finish up the video before I journal a little. The last part is questions. Questions I like to ask myself from time to time, but these are also questions that I use to like journal. I feel like they're really helpful to get me out of a rut and get me into like a good mental state. Here it goes. If your life was a book and you're reading a book, would you like where the story is headed? How would my future self feel? How would Joy from a year from now feel? Joy from 5 years from now feel about the decisions that I'm making? This thing called second order thinking, because usually like how you feel immediately and how you feel after like a week versus a few years or even a decade might be very different. I think another question that helps you from time to time is, how do my desires and actions align? This is really important to just, I think in general, give you perspective. Every time I feel like I'm about to give up, I always try to make sure that my actions are more aligned with my desires as much as I can. Obviously not perfect, because obviously in a rut right now. The only thing that you can really control is like your actions, the things you do and say to yourself on a day-to-day basis, because things happen to us in life that's like way beyond our control. But the only things we can control is our mindset and how we react to things, and just trying to like get it aligned as possible is the most we are able to do as humans. And lastly is, how are you taking care of yourself today? Because I think like sometimes when you're feeling demotivated, it's usually just like a sign that you need a break, or you need to take better care of yourself. And this can like, obviously, oh my god, a bunch of people is coming. No, okay. Obviously, this can mean different things for different people. And for me today, it's wearing a cute fit and filming outdoors, even though it's like, I don't know, it's something that I'm still getting used to. Okay, honestly, life has been a series of like lots of up and downs, and a lot of times I want to just give up. But I remember that if I give up, it's me accepting and resigning to the state of my current life, and I can't possibly have that be the rest of my life, you know? There's this really good like episode from How I Built This with Sarah Blakely, who said that when she hated her job, when she was absolutely miserable before she founded Spanx, felt like she was in the wrong movie. And every time I feel demotivated, I remind myself that I'm in the wrong movie and I need to get myself out of the situation. I think like staying motivated is in itself like work. I think a lot of my friends think that I am motivated all the time. That's not true. Like, this is one of my bad days and it just takes a little time, and setbacks are normal. And this is my attempt at being honest with you. So I'm gonna walk around the museum a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully you're in a better place, I'm in a better place, and that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. As always, leave your comments down below, and love you. Okay, bye.